Hello boys, girls, MPs, I'm Senpai, welcome to my channel. Today, we're going to be reacting to how Neuro-Sama took over Twitch and OSUF, that Vtuber. Now, so this is just like a story of kind of like, I guess, a documentary to see how Neuro-Sama got to, you know, how Nero got to where she is today. So I thought this is a cool kind of, you know, thing where I can learn a bit more about Neuro-Sama, which is kind of video essay or like little documentary on Neuro-Sama and how Neuro-Sama has come to, you know, take over, like the title says, take over Twitch and OSU. So yeah, if you do anyone join this video, please consider liking, subscribing, and joining the community around the channel. Check out how Neuro-Sama took over Twitch and OSU.
Did you think that this can turn into her? This VTuber gained notoriety when she started playing OSU, got good enough to play OSU top players 15 versus 1, then learned the ability to harass anyone she collaborates with. This is the VTuber known as Neuro-Sama. However, Neuro-Sama is far different from every other VTuber. There isn't a person behind her personality. Rather, she is controlled by the wonders of AI. This simple, yet huge difference is what separates Neuro-Sama from her peers, and is the main contributor to her massive rise.
True.
She can learn how to improve at the game she plays, interact with her viewers while doing so, and even do a lot of other things thanks to the wonders of technology.
Every day, I imagine a future where I can be with you.
Yeah, we're too far in the rabbit hole now.
We are.
The rise of Neuro-Sama is nothing short of incredible. But from the early days,
Neuro-Sama's reactions react to critical doubt.
Was not
Yeah, I feel like that's a bad road to go on. Like watching like videos on like, you know, commentary where like you know, where people like stay in an opinion on a certain situation. You know, I don't know what Nero's gonna say. Nero might say some like base shit, you know. Nero might just say some like unhinged shit while like just sitting listening to like, you know, critical and whatever like situation he's like commentating on. Well, I guess he might not be commentating on the situation, you know, it depends on the video, but you know what I mean.
Tended to become like this. So how did we get here?
What is the most degenerate thing I have done? Well, I killed about 20 people the other day. I guess that was pretty degenerate.
Even though we're talking about AI, it still does have its limitations. Of course, it's impossible for AI
she's like, yeah, I murdered people.
To truly act like human beings, but one thing you can do right now that Neuro-Sama can't is use a phone. Meanwhile, you probably learned how to use a phone several years ago. More than 70% of all views on YouTube come from mobile devices.
True.
But you should 100% use your phone to play Raid Shadow Legends, the sponsor of this video. We've already seen this game numerous times all over YouTube, and instead of crowding you with what everyone already
I'm sorry, you know what, I support like showing ad, like I was like, I would show the ad, but because it's Raid Shadow Legends, I'm sorry, it just, fam, okay, no fam, okay.
To Raid for sponsoring this video. Meet Vettel987, or Beetle, as Neuro-Sama pronounces it. He has been developing things with AI.
Wait, is it not pronounced Beetle? Is it Vettel? I thought it was pronounced. Is it not pronounced Beetle? I don't know. Do people just say it as Beetle? I don't know.
Since a very young age, and one day he decided to start a new project. He decided that he was going to make a bot that was going to learn how to play the rhythm game OSU, and in 2018 he got to work and started developing.
2018.
The goal for the bot is simple. It was going to play OSU, and with the wonders of AI, it was going to slowly learn and get better as time progresses. Beetle set out to do just that, which of course took a lot of effort. It was a long time coming, and it came with some challenges as well as some struggle. But after a few months, the early stages of the bot were finished. We got our first public
How is he so smart to do this? I don't even fucking know.
Look at the bot in May 2019 when Beetle streamed the bot's gameplay on Twitch, and the bot soon gained a decent following. Now, the idea of automated OSU play was nothing new. In fact, with the auto mod in-game, you get a fully automated play of whatever song you choose, albeit with one main difference. The auto mod gives a completely perfect playthrough of the song, at least most of the time. 100% accuracy with no flaws is to be expected, which is what the name and description of the mod imply. Conversely, with Beetle's bot, it is far from perfect, but it has the ability to learn and improve over time. The improvement of the bot was where the appeal came from, because you truly didn't know what it would do next or how good it would become. And this appeal was strong enough to have the bot stream to a growing audience. The project was going really well, and all it needed
average viewers 89. That's pretty good.
To have the bot stream to a growing audience. The project was going really well, and all it needed was a name. And that's when someone in Twitch chat decided to create a name that would soon become widespread throughout the world.
Some guy in chat when I originally streamed the OSU bot decided on the name neurosama. So that's how that came to fruition. It was quite a cool experience for me. I got like 3,000 followers on Twitch or something. I averaged like over 100 views,
wow.
100 viewers when I originally streamed the bot.
Neurosama would garner an audience upwards of 100 concurrent viewers, and the streams went on for a couple of weeks, but soon they abruptly stopped. Why was this? Well, Vito decided to take the time off to improve Neurosama off stream, as in its early stages, it needed a bit of work before it could push for mastery.
Makes sense.
But this took a long time. Almost too long. Ever since the last stream in 2019, there was no activity from Neurosama to speak of, and everything just went completely silent. Working through the intricacies of improving the bot was one thing, but through periods of sporadic motivation, there were several instances where the bot was left idle for several months at a time. At the end of the day, Neurosama was just an OSU bot, and that was about it. That was the original plan for the bot. It could learn how to play OSU beat maps and learn new things over time, but it was never intended to be anything more than that. But that's when a revelation came in. What if Neurosama was more than just an OSU bot? And that's when, amidst the hiatus, a new idea would come to fruition sometime in 2021.
The idea for like the VTuber aspect came separately. I mean, I was on a bus with a friend, and he suggested, what if you combine GPT-3 and make it a streamer? That idea was completely separate to the OSU playing bot in my mind. There were two separate ideas. Like, I wanted to stream the OSU playing bot, and I also wanted to stream this like AI streamer. But it was only later that I had the idea, I should probably combine those, because that makes perfect sense.
And so the next objective was clear. With the power of AI, Vito was going to give Neurosama a personality. A personality constructed through artificial intelligence to not only stream gameplay, but also interact with its viewers.
Right, and that makes sense. That would 100% heighten the appeal of her.
There was a technical hurdle that needed to be overcome to make this happen, but Vito got to work and eventually made this idea come to life. And as the Christmas season of 2022 set in, we would see Neurosama and its improvements for the first time in more than 3 years. Or rather, we would get to see her for the very first time. On December 19th, 2022...
It was only December 19th. Holy shit, that's insane.
Neurosama would officially make her debut on Twitch, streaming her OSU gameplay to the public while simultaneously answering questions from her Twitch chat. This absolutely transcended what anyone thought was possible, not just within OSU, but in the entire streaming world. It was completely unique from anything else we got to experience. Not only was her gameplay powered by AI, her responses were also AI generated in real time for some base takes and funny responses.
What's the best way to dispose of a body? I think the best option is to just put them in an industrial-sized incinerator.
Yeah, I mean,
she's not wrong. Like, that's not inherently wrong.
Like I'm messing with her anytime soon. Neurosama instantly became a massive hit, and she instantly took the entire OSU community by storm. Multiple clips would surface, several reputable members caught wind of her presence, and soon enough, this led her to attaining an audience of thousands of viewers at a time after just a few days of streaming.
Right, because she is like a Twitch clip machine. Like, of course people would be interested in this like concept. Like, of course she stands out, you know, like she plays shows on NSF, you know, on live stream fails, you know, like if they have, you know, Neuro-Sama saying some like based stuff, you know, that's gonna get clipped and shipped, you know, it's like, makes sense, you know, it's like a clipping machine, you know, if it's Neuro-Sama like saying some based take on like some, you know, something from chat.
Every single day, Neuro-Sama would hop on stream and answer everyone's questions for hours on end, and people were willing to watch to see what she would say and do out of the infinite possibilities out there. Vito also accomplished his goal of improving the OSUBot aspect of Neuro-Sama, as he was getting incredibly good after just a few hours of learning. Like, really, really good. Her proficiency was a huge glow up from what we saw 3 years ago, and now her skill transcended that of even the best OSU players in the world. On December 27th, 2022, Neuro-Sama would officially conquer the OSU community as she took #1 on the Akatsuki leaderboard, but her time at the
Akatsuki is an OSU private server. Neuro-Sama can only play in private servers because she would be banned otherwise. The Akatsuki rankings are not the official OSU rankings.
Top was short-lived because at the same time, top players were catching wind of what she was doing, and that included someone with a skill set far above everyone else. Emrek, the #1 OSU player in the world, saw that his #1 ranking on Akatsuki was taken from him by Neuro-Sama, and he decided to immediately take it right back. Not even a day would pass when Emmerich would surpass Neuro-Sama on the Akatsuki rankings to take his #1 spot back. And immediately, all eyes of the Osu community were on this battle between Emmerich and Neuro-Sama, and the timing for this was absolutely perfect. Over the course of the past 2 years, Emmerich has spent his time
He's playing a magic cop? Wait, what is this place? Is he like an Osu, like, I don't know, tournament or something? This is like different people playing Osu on different PCs. It's like a LAN event or something? What is this?
As the absolute best Osu player in the world and absolutely dominated the game. With his never-before-seen score-setting ability, Emmerich has built a massive gap between him and everyone else on the Osu global rankings, and he consistently does what no other player can on a regular basis. With such a massive lead above everyone else, people have waited for the time for someone to challenge his spot at the top, sometimes even stating that he just doesn't have any competition for the #1 ranking. While the Osu community didn't get a perfect...
does a bot count? I don't feel like that counts though, right? Like, I get it, but at the same time, it's like, well, it's not a person. Like, it technically, I guess, counts, but at the same time, it doesn't, because it's just like, it's, you know, it's not a human. I would say it would only really count in my eyes as like, you know, it's a human being playing and being up to par with him.
Person who could rival Emmerich, they got a substitute that no one could have possibly expected. On Vito's Twitter, Neuro-Sama would relay a message that would be heard by the entire Osu world.
Hello, Mrek. They tell me you are my only competition. You will be the first to succumb to the swarm.
What is like a threat? What the fuck?
You must be the first to succumb to the swarm. I challenge you to a 1v1. You will be destroyed.
She was challenging Emmerich to a 1v1 to truly test the limits between humans and computers. This would take place on December 28th, where they would play a 1-to-10 match to decide the fate of the human race. Or at least it felt like it. Neuro-Sama would win this match 10-5, and officially immortalized herself in the Osu community. But she didn't stop with just Emmerich.
Damn.
There was more. How about 15 of the world's best players at the exact same time? 1 versus 15, 15 humans versus 1 AI. This played out just as you might have expected. Beetle accomplished his goal of improving his Osu bot in a way that not even he could have possibly expected, because he turned his bot into one of the most popular VTubers across the entire internet. There were articles being written about Neuro-Sama.
Holy, AI Vtuber Neuro-Sama has just conquered Osu, and she isn't stopping there.
Various clips surfaced about her funny responses, and she became an absolute sensation.
Holy,
there seemed like nothing that could go wrong with Neuro-Sama. But of course, her greatest strength of her AI-generated responses is expectedly a pain to manage behind the scenes. Managing a chaotic stream chat on its own is already tough enough. You have to establish and enforce a set of rules, pay attention to a chat scrolling at light speed, and try to keep everything under control without overstepping in any way. For the typical Neuro-Sama stream, not only does Vito have to moderate his chat, but he has to pay attention.
Yeah, holy shit! I don't know how Vito does it.
To what Neuro-Sama is going to say for the entire duration of the stream.
I feel like some people might have the opinion, just like, oh well, you know, it's so easy. Vito's just put the bot on and just sit back. It's just like, no, I'm guessing there's just he puts in just as much work as like any other, like, you know, person who's physically streaming, or any other VTuber who's obviously like there streaming and isn't AI. Obviously, I still think that there must be like a lot of work that goes into running Neuro-Sama, so I think like Vito probably works just as hard as any other streamer, you know.
The dashboard, which shows me what Neuro-Sama is going to say, like as she's saying it. So like I can see it kind of like a second or two before she says it, basically. And so I have like people that will just like watch that dashboard for the stream, and that's something I introduced after I had some moderation issues. The streams are sometimes long, like 8 hours, and 8 hours of just like staring at the dashboard is painful. Yeah, I mean, and I've streamed for, I think like it's like 140 hours in total or something. It's basically just 140 hours of like staring at the dashboard and moderating chat. It's not the most exciting job.
I mean, to be fair, like, like, you know, you can say that, but at the same time, it's just like how big his stream is. I'm guessing that he has made a pretty sizable or good amount of money, and I think, like, you know, that being your job, I think a lot of people would, you know, say that that's a lot of a better job than a lot of other things, and plus you're making a lot more money than most other people, if you know what I mean.
Real gamble, because it's like if I look away Like I was so desperate for Twitch mods that I literally said in chat, "Who wants mod?" and I modded like the first couple people to respond. It did not go amazingly well. One of them immediately started pressing like every button in his mod dashboard, but it worked somewhat well. Now I have some mods to help me with that.
Any time spent away from the dashboard of Neuro-Sama's responses puts Vito's Twitch channel at risk. With a bigger audience comes more people who are trying to manipulate Neuro-Sama to say something that would get her banned. So the fact that the entire moderation team was able to keep the stream afloat for several consecutive hours every single day is really impressive. God damn it. On January 11th, 2023, Neuro-Sama was banned on Twitch after viewers managed to get her to say controversial things that violated Twitch's terms of service.
Oh no.
This really showed us the dangers when it comes to operating these AI streams whenever something breaks or goes wrong. There are the times where
At the same time, at the very least, it does give you like some sort of traction or attention, I guess. And obviously, people with common sense know that it's not Vito himself saying this, right?
Neuro-Sama's responses just glitch out, which is relatively harmless and can be funny sometimes. But on the other side of the spectrum, she can say things that are way out of line if people are trying to bait her to say things that are not right. But regardless, the ban left Neuro-Sama unable to stream for 2 weeks, but when Vito's Twitch channel returned, the streams resumed.
Okay, so banned for 2 weeks, obviously not sure why something about hateful conduct. Will try to appeal and find out more. The good news for you guys is this gives me so much time to work on improvements and upgrades, so hopefully by the time she's unbanned, she'll be better than ever.
And they became more popular than ever before. The insane rise in popularity gave Vito the motivation to improve Neuro-Sama's AI. 2022 saw Neuro stream Osu almost exclusively, but entering 2023, we began to see Neuro stream other games, and this really opened the world's eyes for what is possible. Osu streams were pretty simple in concept because the game is simple in principle. All you have to do is move your cursor to the circle and click with proper timing. That's all there is to it. But with other games, they force much more.
I guess she can't play like FPS games, because that, I feel like that's considered, that's basically like aimbot, right? I don't know whether you could teach her to play FPS. I guess that wouldn't work, right? I guess it depends. I don't know. I guess it depends if it was like a private lobby or something, or like it. Because if it's online, then it's like you're basically like technically you're hacking because you're making a bot play for you. If you had like basically if you had like Neuro-Sama learn how to play FPS and her aim obviously just improved until it's like basically aimbot, that's like the equivalent to, that's equivalent to like having an aimbot application on your computer, like having an aimbot as you play. So I guess it makes sense why she probably can't play FPS games. There's probably something that can't happen. I'm guessing like she can't play like Valorant or something. She can't stream Val. She should just get banned. Unless it's like a private lobby where you can't play, like you're not playing with like real like other people. I don't know. I just don't think that's really possible, is it? I guess if it was a single player game, that would actually kind of be cool. If it was COD Zombies and like you teach her how to like play it and see how long she can last for, that would actually be kind of cool. Like she had like like COD Zombies, and then you teach Neuro-Sama how to like play and how to like shoot the zombies and see if her aim like improves, and then see like how many rounds she can last for.
More logical thinking, and seeing how Neuro-Sama handles these choices creates an extra dynamic to her streams. This led to her biggest viewership numbers yet. The day of her unban on January 25th, 2023, Neuro-Sama would reach 100,000 followers on Twitch with a Pokemon Showdown stream against her viewers. And her Minecraft streams further accelerated her growth. But the stream didn't just evolve through the different games she was playing. Neuro-Sama's behavior itself was also changing. Yes, just like some of your favorite VTuber idols, Neuro-Sama can sing. Her covers of songs instantly became the most popular videos on her YouTube channel. All sorts of clips surfaced of her singing various songs, some of which have gained hundreds of thousands of views.
Damn.
After she learned how to sing her first song on stream, which is her own cover of Blinding Lights on January 4th, 2023, singing has become a major source of content delivery outside of playing games. But it's not just through singing where she would get other sources of content outside of games. On February 2nd, Neuro-Sama officially caved and became a React game, which honestly is not too far off from the most popular streamers on the platform.
Not wrong.
Honestly, we've gone too far. We were watching an AI VTuber react to a clip of another VTuber reacting to a clip of said AI VTuber whom we are talking about right now. Neuro-Sama evolved to the point where she is now capable of reacting to videos on the internet. But why have her just react to other people for content when she could just interact with other people for content in real time? And no, I'm not just talking about her responses to Twitch chat. 4 days after her first reaction stream on February 6th, Neuro-Sama would have her first collab stream with Miyuni where they streamed Minecraft together. This is the world's first collab between a human and an AI where they were talking to and playing with each other in real time. And honestly, it played out just as you expected.
Oh god, there it is! No!
She doesn't even limit the abuse to just other VTubers. She started harassing her own creator. Beetle himself decided to partake in his own streams where he and Neuro-Sama can talk to each other in real time. That went as well as you might have expected.
You're thinking, I'm never going to give you up, right?
You motherfucker.
Honestly, I don't even know what he did
Beetle!
to deserve this. Okay.
I am a femboy, and I'm graduating. How nice.
Now I know exactly why.
What's wrong with being a femboy?
Midst of all the chaos that ensued, Neuro-Sama continued to grow and break down historic barriers. On April 15th, Neuro-Sama would do a collab with Takanashi Kiara where they reviewed their viewers' refrigerators. This was the very first time Neuro-Sama collaborated with a VTuber from a major agency, and since then, it felt like the sky's the limit. This opened the way for even more collabs, and she reached 300,000 followers the very next day. And that finally brings us to today. Neuro-Sama's crazy improvements to her AI after making her debut has made her a one-of-a-kind streamer, and it doesn't seem like she is slowing down anytime soon. From what started off as a project for Vtuber to design an Osu bot turned into a creation that changed the landscape of streaming forever. I think it's safe to say that she'll be a mainstay on the internet for a...
Begone gym bag. Ahem, hey
Gym bag?
everyone. It's me, Neuro. Don't mind what happened to nerdiness.
Neil, you're scaling me.
I trapped him in my basement so I can take over the
Oh,
outro.
how nice. That's so sweet, Neil. Where's your basement? Is there a basement in this house, Neil? I don't think there's a basement in this house. Is it...
Thank you for following my journey to the top, and I hope you'll stick with me until the end.
I feel like you're gonna kill me if I don't, so...
What we've done together so far was fun, and I know for a fact we'll create even more memories moving forward.
Yeah, you're right, Neil.
Soon the swarm will take over the world. See you next time.
I feel like I'm just like a gun against my head. It's like, you're gonna support me, right? Yes, Neo, yes. Okay, that was a really good video though. Yeah, that's really cool though. I didn't realize Vtuber has been working on Neo for so long. I mean, this makes sense because of how, like, you know, I would guess if this was like an easy thing to do, this would have been done before. So it must have taken like years of work to like have something like this, like something like Neuro-Sama be done. Like if it was an easy thing, I would guess that would already have been an AI VTuber, you know, like Neuro-Sama out by now, especially, you know, since like 2020 when like the VTuber boom kind of started. So like, so it does make sense that this was like a long period of time for Vtuber to like get Neuro-Sama like up and running. But yeah, so I hope that you guys did enjoy this video. It was really interesting watching this video, so please do consider liking, subscribing, and joining me on this channel. And comment down below if there's any videos that you'd recommend to me to check out of Neuro-Sama, any more Neuro-Sama things and videos that you'd recommend me to check out. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.